I mean, I think you understand both sides. If you're that person who wants to understand both sides, I told him as a father, I'm walking up on you.
Right.
I get it. Cause I'm like that too. Like I'm at you.
Of course.
But also, you know, what I told him, I said, and I think we've never seen LeBron do that. Like we've never seen, like LeBron don't even go back at players that foul him too hard on the court. We've never seen him be like, he's always been just even and level headed in every aspect. And sometimes you want him to jump. Sometimes you want him to go and he won't. And so to watch the clip and watch him on that bench and see Stephen A over there, he couldn't take it. He couldn't take it.
I mean,
he could not stand it.
They got the memo. Yo, Stephen A. He coming tonight. He coming to the game tonight.
He knew it because he saw him in warm up when he walked in. You know what I mean? It was burning him. But you know, I told him, I said, you know, Stephen A., I think the one thing is, and first of all, I take it as that's a sign of respect that LeBron did that to you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know
he knows the power of Stephen A.'s voice.
He understands
also.
that. And I told him, I said, and that's the thing. Your microphone is the loudest. Your platform is the biggest. And also you're a black man.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what I mean? So you got to understand, you know, where he's coming from with that. If he even approached you, because yes, the Skip Bayless of the world and all these guys have said things about him his entire career and he's been above it.
There is a fine line of I am a father, but you can't separate the fact that he is your teammate as well. You get what I'm saying? And he's in this league to be critiqued. I just think this has been a build up. We're talking 22 years. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with Bronny. It's just the fact that Bronny is a part of the conversation now, and he also got to protect his seed. You get what I'm saying? You got to protect the kingdom, no matter how old it is. Like, he's Bronny. That's my dad. So Bron got to protect that. But there's also energy with those two and those crews. It's just as from over the years of just build up. This ain't no love relationship that we talk. This ain't no love friendship that we talk about.
They don't have a friendship.
Right. So this is, it is what it is in a sense, right? This just Stephen A. doing what he's supposed to do over the years. Bron doing what he's doing over the years. And this is what happens. Some might get misconstrued. I might not like what you say. I might not with you. I ain't going to deal with you. But the fact that I think the energy is because we dealing with two juggernauts in their respective fields, right? Bron being who he is, Stephen A. being who he is. A lot of people don't know that history between those two. The only thing people know is what Stephen A. may say or what he may not say. Bron has never spoken on any situation with Stephen A. So if I'm sitting there for 20 plus years and I'm just taking all of this information, all the that you've said to me is about me over the years, now my son is the trigger.
I'm going to drop the mic on all of this right now, once and for all. We going to put this to bed.
Okay, so let me just add to the video. You know, LeBron James, even though he's a good kid, I got to say that LeBron James, he added fuel to the fire because he's the one who said LeBron James is a lot better than the players in the G League that he's playing with and that he's playing against. So when LeBron James, when he said this, he added fuel to the fire. So I think that you can blame LeBron James for all this as well. So let's get back to the clip.
Like Melo said, it's been stewing for years. See, what I've gotten pissed about with this particular subject is that too many people are not touching on the truth. Melo and D-Wade did. Me and LeBron don't have a relationship. LeBron don't mess with me and I don't mess with him. I respect the out of him. He's number 2 on the list all time. And I didn't always feel this way about him. There are times I didn't like how he treated black media. I'm not talking about myself because I'm on a certain level and I watched how others got treated and I didn't like that. But it didn't take away from his unquestionable greatness. But me and LeBron, we don't roll like that. High and by. He ain't have much use for me and I sure don't have much use for him. And that was cemented when he did what he did the other day because you rolled up on me knowing that I wouldn't have a chance to respond unless I was willing to make a scene, which was at courtside while the national televisions were rolling, on the day that my new contract had been announced to the world. But it doesn't stop me from being fair. It's not going to stop me from doing my job. My issue, which is why I appreciated where Melo went, because Melo put it where the GOATs can get it. We don't have that kind of relationship. So what the hell you use your son for? I'm on your son. That's not true. Bronny James, that is not true. To the James family and all your close confidants and loved ones, that is not true. I have video, documentation with me refusing to cover Bronny, never watching him out of respect for the family. You want me? Draft my son. It ain't even about the money at this point. I want to play in the league with my son for the year. You did that. That was LeBron James. That was not Stephen A. Smith. I did not do that. So when he came up to me claiming, you on my son, you on my son, I didn't know what he was talking about because I'm the one person who didn't until January 29th. And even then, I don't believe I did it. I pointed out how his start was very, very bad, but his performance in the G League was good. Let him go there and get himself better because you, as the dad, put him in this microscopic spotlight. And you're going to subject him to stuff that is going to be too much. Melo's right. This wasn't about Bronny. This was an excuse that LeBron was looking for to get at me, which, by the way, would not have been a problem. We could have met in the back. We could have had a man-to-man conversation where I had an opportunity to respond and point to him about what he did to put his son in this microscopic spotlight that I personally have tried to avoid for 3 years. But he didn't give me that opportunity. Just like he didn't give me the opportunity when The Shop was on HBO and Mav came up to me and Rich came up to me and they said, yo, we want you on The Shop. Oh yeah, we want you on The Shop. With LeBron, it'll be box office. I said, name the time and place I show up. I only got one condition. Nothing gets edited out. Nothing. Let me go. He's so right. He's so righteous. Let's do it. His show, not mine. Don't come on first, take, I ain't helping his ratings. Don't come on his YouTube show, his podcast. Nah, I ain't helping his numbers. I'll come on your show. We know it'll help numbers. At the very least, we know I could do that. Nobody was hiding. Crickets. Never heard from them since. And I know that ain't their fault. Because I know Mav will put me on in a heartbeat. Rich, Paul, and the rest of the crew. All of them. In a heartbeat. I'd show up by my self. Or I'd show up with my own boys. And we could all bring facts to the table. But I was never taken up on that offer. You see, I don't run and hide. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. I was never on Bronny James. I wouldn't do that to the James family. I was talking about one person and one person only. We may never speak in life again. I'm fine with it.
All right, now, so first of all, I want to thank you so much for rocking with me. And as y'all heard, that was Stephen A. Smith and Melo, and they were breaking down the incident that happened between LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith, because as you may know, LeBron James, he decided to step to Stephen A. Smith, and that clip went viral. And after this incident, there was a lot of people in the sports analyst world who decided to break this footage down, and give their take on what happened and whose side they're on. For example, we had Draymond Green, and he said that Stephen A. Smith, he's the one who messed up. And then we have Shannon Sharp. He was basically standing on LeBron's side and also Stephen A. Smith's side. He was neutral. And there's so many people that have been, clowning Stephen A. Smith for, doing this. If you ask me, I think that LeBron James was, wrong for doing this, because you could have just called Stephen A. Smith and asked him, let's talk after the game, because I have something on my mind. And Stephen A. Smith, he's also, wrong for this, because he's been saying that LeBron James, his kid is a Make-A-Wish kid. And if you say this to a father, of course, the father is gonna confront you when he sees you. So I think that you can blame LeBron James and also Stephen A. Smith for this happening. And as you heard, Melo, he basically said that LeBron James could have told Stephen A. Smith, "Hey, let's talk in the back, after the game." So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.